Hello, YouTube. Years ago, when I was in high school, this is back in 2007, 2008, I was riding my bike back from Walmart in Elkhart, Indiana, and I was riding along a highway. There was no traffic. There was a shoulder on both sides. It was spring or summer. It was not cold out. It was nighttime, maybe 8:30 to 9:30, somewhere in there in the evening after the sun had gone down. I had gone to Walmart to get school supplies, and I managed to come across the police pulling over a vehicle which they were in the process of searching. It was a possible drug bust. So I stopped to watch it because I was enrolled in a public safety program. And the police, at the end of their search, took notice of the fact that they were being watched. As they were impounding the car and they had arrested the driver and any occupants that were in the car, I began to pull away. I was more than 150, 200 feet away. I started to head back home after spending probably 15 to 20 minutes watching them conduct this search because I wanted to do a report for my class. I was enrolled in an occupational program. It's a half-day program for public safety with the Elkhart Area Career Center. And I wanted to do a report on search and seizure when the police interdict someone. So one of these cops unlawfully cuts across all lanes of traffic, pulls a U-turn in the middle of the highway, and pulls in front of me with his cruiser and lights me up. And immediately I'm like, oh boy, here we go. It was unconstitutional search and seizure. And I didn't have anything illegal on me or anything like that. No weapons or drugs or alcohol. I hadn't used anything. I wasn't using anything. I was literally just there simply to observe. I wasn't recording them. I didn't even have a phone on me. And I explained this to the officer. I don't even remember his name now. But the guy pulls me in front of the squad car and he frisks me, gets my story, and then asks, what my instructor's name was over there, and then gets on the radio with dispatch and asks if such and such is over there at the career center. And I was like, wow, I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. Like, I literally haven't done anything. I didn't say anything to him about it. I just cooperated with him. But he ended up searching my bags. I had 1 or 2 grocery bags with me. I'm like, you're not going to find anything except notebook paper in there and some printer paper. That's it. And the whole thing ended up being a case where he ran my state ID. I didn't have a driver's license at the time. And I was searched. He didn't have any reasonable articulable suspicion. He didn't have a warrant or probable cause. This is the Elkhart County Sheriff in Indiana. And after it was over with, he let me go on my way. But I wanted people to know that these things happen. It's happened to me. I've been harassed, searched or questioned unlawfully so many times that I'm going to start keeping track and making videos about it. And I'm trying to get it to the point where if people aren't doing anything wrong, the police can't simply walk up to you and bother you. Because when they're in uniform, they are exuding the power of their office simply by being in uniform and approaching you to make contact with you. Even a simple introduction is not really legal. It's not that I'm anti-police. It's that I believe that our constitutional rights need to be protected. They should not be able to simply approach you as a public safety person and strike up a conversation or make contact with you in an investigative capacity and question you or search you or your vehicle or your person without reasonable articulable suspicion or a warrant stating probable cause signed by a judge. And that is what is happening to so many different people across the U.S. It's happened to me several times. It happened to me several separate times when I was in school. And it's traumatic, it's upsetting, and I think that it needs to be stopped. I think they need to put limitations on the officers' conduct to prevent that from continuing to happen to people. It's not as bad as a swatting call, but it's not something that you want to experience on a recurring basis. And that is why I make these videos. I needed a civil rights attorney. I've needed one for a long time. I've had other civil rights violations from other government agencies that I've experienced, and when you don't hold these agencies and their employees accountable, the abuses just continue. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you find my videos helpful or informative. My whole channel is dedicated to trying to help people and raise awareness for the injustices that are going on against people by companies and various government institutions and so many other things. I talk about victims' rights on my channel as well. I've been a crime victim many times in my life, and I'm trying to make it so that crime victims are better provided for and protected, because that's another area where law enforcement is failing.